Colby is my fourth son. When he was very young, as with all of my sons, I kind of ascribed to him the virtue of hope. And my other sons is power and strength and knowledge, and Colby is hope. It was around about maybe, his senior year in high school that just a weird occurrence happened right before he was to graduate. It was, a marijuana thing that he got caught up in school with. It always scares me that that's going to be the day that he comes back a little dazed in the eyes. Because when that happens, then I know the beginning of the manic is going to start, because it completely wipes out all the effects of the medication that is built up. And depending on whatever his choice is, and I believe that his choice of Kush was in some sort of way to try to camouflage, well, it's not real marijuana, it must be better. But that's some dangerous stuff. But when I saw him on the porch one day, and it wasn't like he was it's not just a just high, but it wasn't like a marijuana high or whatever. He actually was in a stupor, and my whole porch was covered with vomit. And it looked as if he was slipping in and out of consciousness. Was really eye-opening. You yourself, as a parent, find support for yourself, because if you love your child the way that I do, and most parents probably do, you can get caught up with the blame game, or just beating yourself up. I think about when you ride a plane and they say, if an emergency happens, the oxygen tank falls down. If you have a small child, you take the oxygen first, and then you give it to the child. And sometimes I have to think about breathing first. Well, I think the thing that has worked with us, and I don't know if he mentioned that to you or not, is that I tell every one of my boys, until they can beat me playing basketball, they're not a man. So he's beating me now. And but there's some days where I'm really, really frustrated with him, and I want to go in on him. But instead of doing all of those things, I'm like, come on, let's play ball. And at the end of that game, whoever won, I feel like I won. Yeah, well, we're both foodies. We're both foodies now. There's been completely unrelated disputes about him taking my food. So, but there's also the other side, which is I cook, and because he likes my taste, he likes my cooking. So I usually can't lose with him on cooking. I'm hopeful because that still is his virtue to me, is hope. If you are the virtue of hope, then you have to go through hopelessness before you can actually, ascend to that virtue of being hope.